inventory management system is repeating evolution and it is developing rapidly. The major purpose of managing system is that reduces wasting of time and optimizes control process. Effective and profitable inventory controlling is an essential part of any type of business who desires to be a successful business. However, some businesses are not confident of implementing inventory control system. So, what process make business confident? Successful business includes well-prepared storage, which means there are minimum quantities of stocks get out of use. That inventory is that product that remains unsold over 10 months and product has reached the end of its life cycle. That inventory is not just simply made. Poor management system and uncontrollable inventory quantities cause that inventory. In this presentation, it will define what that inventory is and identify what this negative process occurred. After analyzing that inventory, it will suggest several alternative solutions to manage that inventory. That inventory defined as product has unsold over 10 months and stock that can no longer be sold because the product has reached the end of its life cycle. Large amounts of that inventories represent negative turnover and it relates to poor business profitability. Businesses must be sensitive of how many inventories are in storage as inventory because when products have reached the end of life cycle, it is unusable. Majority of business experience that inventory because companies do not have a sense of estimating proper inventory units. There are some causes of that inventory issue: uncertainty of estimating inventory units, poor product quality, and inadequate inventory management system. Uncertainty of estimating inventory units occurs when businesses have inaccurate or misunderstanding of consumers' demand. It can lead business to long-term storage and will change into that inventory. The next issue is product quality. Product quality is a crucial factor for consumers. Poor product quality will impact consumer demand. It will decrease the demand. As a result, large amounts of stocks are bound to be unusable, which means that inventory. The last issue is inadequate inventory management system. As more and more technology is developing, business will have to notice about adequate inventory management system. So, why that inventory threat business? As mentioned previously, that inventory cause negative effects to business profitability. Negative turnover and gradually decreased profitability lead business in danger. Therefore, the rate of that inventory should be regulated with adequate strategy. When that inventory is identified, majority of business want to remove them. Inappropriate the total stock with unnecessary holding cost is fatal to small medium businesses. What are several ways to reduce that inventory? Before removing the dead inventory, the problem should be identified clearly. Expensive machineries or large amounts of perishable products or relatively short life cycle product must be on the list. That inventory management system called DIMS will focus on manufacturers which plans for removing that inventory, reducing the price, and make a package with other products are necessary. If the company is unable to remove that inventory, ask for inventory liquidator is another option to manage it. They have a large network to find where the dead inventory needed. The last solution is constructing effective inventory management system or control based on two clear but interconnected processes which are physical control and planning control. So, the first one is physical control. Physical control is all physical movements such as packaging or receiving inventories, continuous monitoring a warehouse and create regular report for each inventory is crucial to prevent dead inventory. Inventory manager follow a schedule or cycle and counting or perpetual physical inventory. The technology has improved to check data automatically, but physical control is still necessary to make sure. The next one is planning. Planning is irrelevant in any type of business, especially in inventory management. Without proper planning, the management system will operate negatively and it will lead to dead inventory. Most of companies store their inventories in a warehouse. However, inappropriate or uncontrollable quantities units just occupy spaces. It is inefficient way for small or even for large companies. Inappropriate holding cost for that inventory cause a financial issue for company. To manage this problem, just-in-time method is suitable to reduce unnecessary stocks, times, and cost. Just-in-time method defined as making only what is needed when it is needed and in the time amount needed. In conclusion, majority of business have an experience of that inventory. It extorts company's capital, so it must be eliminated as soon as possible once solution has found it. In this presentation, there are several ways to reduce and how to prevent that inventory solutions are mentioned. The most important thing is adequate inventory management system will be a key success to develop a business. Thank you for listening.